Hello everyone, welcome back. Today is soup day and I am going to show you how to make a bacon cheddar gnocchi soup. Now this is a mock version of a potato soup, and a gnocchi is a little formed, kind of like of a dumpling that has potato in it, and it's nice and pillowy and soft, and when you pick them up from the store and you cook them, it takes no time at all to make it, and that's why we're calling this like a mock version of a potato soup. You don't have to peel your potatoes, chop your potatoes, cook them for a long time. Woo, this soup is going to come together quickly. And we're going to start off with the first layer of flavor, bacon. Now we're going to cook our soup in a large Dutch oven or a large soup pot, whatever you have. That's the only vessel we are going to be using today. And we're going to go ahead and get that onto a medium heat. And we're going to place 6 pieces of bacon in the pan here. I'm just going to lay them in there. Now, we're going to need the bacon grease, and we're also going to need the bacon once it's nice and crisp up at the end of the recipe. So it's going to serve 2 parts to this recipe. I'm going to keep pushing them in. All right, now once they start getting nice and crispy on one side, we'll flip them over and crisp them on the other side. All right, I'm going to start turning the bacon. Y'all, this is the longest part of the recipe right here. Once you get the bacon done, everything else comes together pretty quickly. Ooh, look at that. All right, pulling all of my crispy bacon out. Now while the oil is still hot, we're going to leave it in the pan here. That's flavor for our soup. We're going to take 1 yellow onion that I diced up, and we're going to add it. And we're going to cook it down for a few minutes so it gets nice and soft and lightly browned. We got some garlic there we're going to save. All right, our onions are done and they're looking really good in there. We're going to add in about 2 cloves of minced garlic, and then we'll mix that in for 1 minute. We are getting some flavors going on in here. I love potato soup. I love this fast version too. I love gnocchi though. I like to make it in skillet meals. Oh, those are so good. They absorb all the flavors because they're a little pillowy goodness, right? All right, now what I'm going to do, add in 2 tablespoons of flour. We're going to create a roux. And we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of butter because we've already got some bacon grease in there, probably about a tablespoon. So when you make a roux, you want equal portions of your butter or grease to the flour. We're going to cook this down for 2 minutes. That'll help melt that butter into the flour and the onions, and it'll cook out that rawness from the flour. Now the roux will make a delicious creaminess to our soup, which will be nice. All right, now we're going to add in 4 cups of chicken broth. Now I have very low sodium, that way we can adjust the seasonings later. So I'm going to slowly add it in. Make sure it's well combined. All right, I'm going to go grab a whisk. I'm using a silicone whisk, so I don't tear up my enameled pots here. Now we're going to put this on a high heat and bring it to a boil. After we get it all in, I want to make sure the flour is incorporated so we don't have any lumps other than the onions. Okay, we've got a simmer going. We're going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then we're going to start seasoning this up. I've got half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, quarter teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to add that, and then I'm going to add the salt separately. So I'm going to crack it in. And then grab a spoon and give it a taste. I'm not going to over salt because we do have cheese going in our soup later. We don't want to over salt it. That's a good brothy soup right there. I'm going to add a little bit more salt, and we're going to talk about that gnocchi. That looks good right there. And you can adjust the seasonings later if you want. All right. I'm using this right here. We got a pound of potato gnocchi. These are pillowy Italian dumplings, and they're made with 85% potato. This box right here was made in Italy. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Oh, and then we're going to place it into our soup. Now, I find this in the pasta aisle of your store. And they look like this. Come on up. All right, so I just opened up the package here. These are what the little gnocchis look like. You can make your own homemade if you want also. I'm going to take this out.
We ought to do that one time, make some homemade gnocchi.
Yeah, if you want to see that, let us know. We'll make them for you.
I love them.
All right, put them all in. Woo. 1 pound. These take about 3 to 5 minutes to cook through. Now, once they're cooked through, they should start floating on top of the soup, and they'll be nice and pillowy. And we got a few more things to add to it. We should be done.
Time to eat.
Yeah, grab a bowl and a spoon. Now, while this soup is cooking until the gnocchis are done, we're going to go ahead and grate some cheese. I've got sharp cheddar cheese, 8 ounces. And we'll get that ready to go. Now, it's been sitting out, so it's going to be a little soft. Let me get my little holder there. There we go. Help it out. Okay, this soup is smelling delicious. I've got my cheese. And we're going to add it all in. I'm going to put some in, stir it in, put some more in, stir it in. Stir that in. You can see those gnocchis floating at the top there. We're going to give it some color. Ooh, that looks good. Yum. We're going to put spinach in. We're going to let it wilt on in there. Maybe another little handful. You certainly can leave it out if you want to, or add it in. Let that wilt down in there. We're going to give it a try, taste for any more salt or seasoning. And we got the bacon. Now you can add the bacon into your soup if you want to do that, but I'm going to crumble it on top of my bowl. That's how we like it. Let me bowl this up, put some bacon on it, and I'm going to give it a try, let you know how those gnocchis are. All right, what do y'all think? Oh, love this for the fall. Got the bacon, spinach, and we have the gnocchi. I'll get it, there it is. And that delicious soup, creaminess right there. Here's my bite. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Those gnocchis are like little puffs of goodness. Absorbs all those flavors. Mmm. That creamy broth that we built. And that bacon that adds nice little saltiness to the dish. That's our mock version of potato soup. Mmm. Mm-hmm. All right, you guys, have you ever heard of gnocchi before? Let me know. If you want to make my mock version of potato soup, this is the bacon cheddar gnocchi soup. And it's delicious. All right, you guys, I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye. Mmm. Mmm.